Hello, everyone. It's Alexis here with Create Your Future, where we talk about manifesting your dream life through the power of intention, the mental diet, and your imagination. All right, you guys, we're back with another video. And today, the topic is trusting your power and also learning how to value your creations. And we have Ivan joining us, who's a coach on our team. So, hi, Ivan. How are you over there?
Hi, Alexis.
Hey, so you guys, before we get started, just a couple things. Ivan is new to our team. He's obviously having a sale and he's obviously awesome. So links to book with Ivan are in the comment box below. And also thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And please hit the bell icon and you get notified whenever we post new videos, which is daily. All right, so we today are talking about trusting your power. And Ivan has an amazing success story about a client of his who really did this. So Ivan, just jump in and tell us the details.
Okay, Alexis. So thank you. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for all the love that's been sent my way. I'm really appreciative of all the clients I've spoken to. It's been so amazing, and I'm so inspired by all of you to keep learning, keep wanting more, and you know, continue to create more amazing content with Create Your Future because it's really inspired me in such an incredible way. And thank you, Alexis, because you also inspire me. so,
Oh,
uh, yes, so getting to the success story.
hold
I-
on, hold on. Let me just say, you guys, Ivan had wanted to say thank you to everybody, and I had totally forgot once I did the intro. So I also want to thank Ivan for being part of our team and bringing his warmth and his unique, wonderful personality to Create Your Future because we all love you. And thanks for being you.
Thank you. I love you guys too. Everyone. So much love for everyone.
Yes. Okay.
It's- so I had a really cool success story. It actually I got it last night, which is cool because I had this whole thing planned out. But when
Mhm.
we plan something, things when we put so much pressure into something, it doesn't really work out the way that we want it to. So when things come naturally, the way we should actually be manifesting naturally, they just work out. So last night I got this conversation from, I had a conversation with this amazing client who I've talked to like approximately like 2 weeks ago. And his thing was that he wants commitment from his SP, which he's not getting. So he's had amazing things happen in his life. He's manifested on his own a trip, an amazing European trip with his SP, tons of like conversations and a lot of things here and there. The only thing that, he is constantly worried about is where is a commitment in a relationship? Why can't I get the commitment? So when we were talking about this issue that he's having, I started noticing the blocks within his self-worth around relationships. So we started working around his self-concept because I always bring it back to self-concept and him realizing how worthy he is of the commitment. But he needs to truly believe that he's worthy of it. So we did some techniques, we did some affirmations and intentions, and he put in the work. So he put in the work, he started focusing on himself, having fun. And this past Monday, his SP was blowing up his phone with calls and messages. And he even received, well, he said he received a letter from him. I mean, that's like some Jane Austen kind of thing, because who writes letters nowadays? I
Right,
mean, I don't
right.
know if I don't know if he was referring to an email, but he said a letter, so that's how he felt it was a letter. So, I mean, he got this letter. He was busy, that's why he wasn't answering the text message, but his SP was blowing up his phone. And when he received all of this, he thought to himself, like, he felt angry. He felt so angry because, like, why hasn't my SP done this in the past? Why until now? Are you waiting to do all these things and say these things? Why until now? So then he started like reacting to the situation rather than embracing it. So last night
Mhm.
when he calls me, he tells me like, I've seen the progress. He actually said, sometimes I don't even believe in success stories, like, or I think other people have them, but I don't. But then I was like, you just had one. I go like, but you're so focused on the commitment that you don't see the power that like everything you in the creation you that you've already accomplished. You've already done like how many people wouldn't want for their SP to blow up their phones, you know, with calls and text messages, and then get a letter, you know? And he said, "Yeah, I guess you're right." It's like, so I asked him, "Let me ask you something. If you had the commitment you wanted right now, would you be able to fully embrace that commitment you desire?" And he thought about it and he said, "No." He's like, "And why is that?" "Because I need to continue to work on my concept around the relationships." It's like, okay, so you put in the work, your desire is already there. There's nothing you could do to ruin it. Just start to trust in your own power that what you create comes when the universe or the higher self or whatever it is knows that you're ready to receive it and fully embrace it without any complication.
Mhm.
Um, one of the things that I say is like I always like to be inspired by people I talk to, and I talk a lot about inspiration. And I had another conversation with another client, and we were just having this great conversation, and actually it happened yesterday. And it was just like the way the conversation was flowing, it inspired me to say things that I even stopped and I said, "Oh wow, did that just come out of my mouth?" And we started laughing because you were like, "That was good. Like write it down." I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna write it down and I'm gonna put it in the video." So and she said to me, I said to her, never let's not fear the doubt because when a doubt comes, it is our higher self, our subconscious mind, giving us a chance to work on the block. It's giving us an opportunity to say, okay, this is what's blocking me from getting to where I need to get. So,
Mhm.
you start creating a relationship with yourself, with your mind, with your subconscious, with your thoughts. And you start seeing that maybe the bad thoughts are just a cry for help so that you know what it is you need to work on. And those are the answers that we seek in life. We wake up every morning and say, what is it that I must let go of so that I can move forward? And our mind gives it to us, maybe in the form of a bad thought, but it's telling us, hey, this is what you need to work on. And that's how we should view stuff. Um, so I wanted to share like a little story of mine that has to do with like, is that
Well,
okay?
just before you do that, I just want to also chime in and just say that this is so common. It's so common with clients that they're already a success story, but they don't see it. And oftentimes they're so upset that they're not actually getting that thing that the commitment thing. It's like, Alexis, oh my God, like you will not believe what happened. We went on a
Yeah,
date. He held my hand. He didn't call me his girlfriend. Why is it he calling me his girlfriend? Like,
yeah,
okay. It's like, so then are you on a date? Is he paying for, if that's what you want, is he paying for things? Is he holding your hand? Are you getting nookie? Do you like the nookie? Is he telling you you're pretty? It's like, yeah, but he's not giving me commitment. Okay, well, I always like to say this too. It's like, do you want to be the woman or the girl who's always looking for commitment? Because then you're needing to be a girlfriend and then a wife and then a mother or whatever. You're always looking for a label versus
yeah.
being in the doing of being you, right?
Hmm.
Or do you
Yes,
want to be with your thoughts and tending, and then the commitment comes to you because you're already living in the self concept and you're allowing the creation to happen, which is
exactly.
echoing on that. Because I think it's something everyone kind of seems to have happen. They don't see their own success, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. I agree that they they blind themselves by their like, all the great things that they're creating because they're so focused. And then what happens is that then they they go back into that mindset of like not having it. And then
Right.
that's where the lack comes. And then it's like I have to put in the mental diet even more. But I don't want to do so much mental diet. Now I'm becoming disencouraged with this whole process.
Mhm.
So, that's when every single accomplishment that comes to you, say, wow, I did this. Imagine what else I could create. There's so much more that I could do. It's like I'm seeing the power within me. Be inspired by yourself. Be
Yeah.
inspired to say, hey, wow. It's like maybe I don't have the commitment yet, but I got the letter, I got the message, I got the date. Or even if you're in a place where you don't have any communication, saying, oh, I kind of feel different about my concept about how I used to feel then to how I feel now. It's totally different. I'm growing. I'm bettering myself.
Mhm.
Look into that and the feeling that you used to have to the one that you have presently after you put in the work. It's completely different. And that's why I want to like kind of say a little bit about a story that I have. And I
Mhm.
want to keep it like brief. So I'm from El Paso, Texas. I'm a Texan. So I met this person who was incredible, and we had the most amazing time. And I'm so fortunate, and I'm not bragging, but it's like just something that I always say, and maybe that's why I manifest. I always have the most amazing dates. Like these are like La La Land kind of looking dates. This is just like they're amazing, but because I go with it like I'm gonna have a good time. I always go with an intention that I'm gonna have a good time.
Mhm.
So, you know, the dates with this person were amazing and the time was amazing. When I started to realize, because I said in a past video, I used to be that person. Anytime I would feel close to somebody, I would completely retract because I didn't want to commit. I was scared of commitment. So I would retract and kind of say, I don't want this. So then I would like put that wall up again. So I started doing that. And back then I wasn't so open to what I know now, but I remember that things started to crumble down. And I remember that this person left. Um, he was in Dallas, Texas. So he left to Dallas, Texas because he was in a good state of mind. So then I was sad. And he came back like a month later. We met up again. And I remember had just come back to get his stuff from El Paso to move back to Dallas. So obviously I was sad. But throughout this whole month, I was feeling this sense of unworthiness. Feeling
Mhm.
this sense of like why don't things work out? Like if it was so perfect, why didn't it go through? And it was these negative thoughts. I wish I would have known about a mental diet back then. But maybe it wasn't my time. And that's okay. I accept it. So when he comes back and picks up his things, I remember clearly he gave me this new set of pots and pans, and he said, "Here," because I had talked to him about me wanting to move somewhere else, California. So he's like, "When you move to California, you don't have to worry about pots and pans. Here you go." So he gave me this, right? So a couple of years passed. I moved to California. I bring the pots and pans, and I use the hell out of them to where I was like cleaning up, and I got rid of them because they were useless. But when I was getting rid of them, uh, this person came to mind, and I said to myself, "Oh, I wonder what happened to him. Like, I hope he's doing okay." I kid you not. Like the next morning, I woke up to a text message, and it was him following up on me and saying, "I heard something about El Paso, Texas, and immediately thought about you." So then I said, like, "Oh, awesome! How are you doing?" So we went on to this amazing conversation where I got the closure that I needed, you know,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
in that moment, I went back to that relationship and all those wonderful moments, and I saw like I created that out of a place of confidence. And when
Mhm.
my confidence spiraled down, that's when the whole fantasy of it spiraled down, you know? But now,
Yeah. Well, I just think it's interesting, if I could say too, because a lot of our clients, honestly, if I can be honest here, a lot of our clients are dating the guy who has the
Mhm,
emotional wall or the woman who has the emotional wall. And we know that Ivan previously had an emotional wall or a no commitment thing, but it wasn't
mhm,
coming from the place of, I don't want a relationship or I don't like people or I want to like date lots of people. It was actually coming from, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but a place of not feeling worthy or a place of lack or not feeling good within yourself that presented as, I don't want a relationship and this emotional wall thing. Cause
mhm,
like we had talked about before the video started, the meaning that we give things is so important. And we're
mhm,
kind of programmed to be like, give the meaning when a man has an emotional wall or a man doesn't want commitment, right? That he's like this, he's stubborn, he's never going to change, he's like doesn't like women, he's a misogynist, he's all these things, right?
Yeah.
And this is heterosexual, obviously, but like that really isn't true because you had those things happen and you really, I mean, where it was the self-concept, right? There was something that was, it was different there. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't until I started finding like blocks and everything, what the concept I built around relationship, that I started realizing, okay, I have a lot of things to work on to build up my worthiness around a relationship so that I don't feel that well. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to go and give your SP therapy and tell them what are your blocks. No.
Right. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
What you need to do is find the confidence within yourself so that you inspire your SP to find the confidence within themselves to eliminate those blocks. So that's why I think it's like important. And to end the story was, he said something that was incredibly beautiful, and he said, I knew like you and I were not meant to be because I always saw that you were destined for more, and I see that you're creating it for yourself. And it's actually like, it was such a nice thing because I said, I created that. That is me, because it's the impact that you leave on people that, that you should focus, like, this is a person who I am. I'm a person who leaves something positive in every single person that I meet. And even though it's been years since I've contacted this person, the fact that he holds this concept about me, it means the world to me, and it inspires me to continue to be this person. Sorry.
Oh, I love it, you guys.
Yeah.
I was trying to stop myself from crying when Ivan and I were having our discussion previously because my eyelashes, I think they will fall out if I do that.
Yeah.
But I love seeing your emotion. It's so authentic and it's so real, and you really bring that to the table here. And it's just so cool because you have and you're developing through this process. And I think working with the clients to create your future and being here, you're developing such a heart for this work. And it's just so beyond obvious that you're devoted and you give yourself to every session, and you really want to see your clients like get to the other end of it, just like how you've taken yourself. Like, I just think it's hilarious and just so wonderful, hilarious and wonderful all at the same time, that you came from this like emotional wall, all this stuff going on, and then you did the work to get to the other side, and now like you're publicly like,
yeah, I'm showing you feelings. I never cry. I don't cry in movies. But it's because what better way to like find, I say inspiration a lot, and you could play a game while watching this video and say, every time Ivan says inspiration, say an affirmation. I don't know, have fun with it. But it's something that I say a lot because it's something that I feel a lot. And like I was previous to this video, we were talking about it, and during this week, I woke up one night like at 3 a.m. and just like with faint intentions, like, and I was like, and these three things came up, like these three intentions came up that I would like to share with you all, that just came up. And when I sound like, wow, like I'm pretty sure I've heard it somewhere, and if I haven't, like, wow, if I haven't, but they were really powerful, and I shared it with some clients this week, and they really enjoy it. So I would really want to share it with everyone else as well. So if you want to grab your pen and paper, or keep it in your mind. So the first one is, I intend to allow bliss to radiate through my mind, body, and emotions. I intend to only allow the good thoughts to be the foundation to my creation. I intend to make peace with my past so that I may welcome my future. And I've been saying them since I like thought of them. And there's such an ease to them, and I really enjoy them. And you just think about everything that you've created in the past and say, wow, like I'm very powerful. I could do so much if I just set my mind to it. So
I love that. Oh, it brings it all the way home. It comes full circle, which just reminds everyone to trust their own power and to value their creations. And you guys also allow yourself to see the creation. If you're in the middle of the manifestation, like allow yourself to experience it, be your own success story, be a success story for us, but like really allow yourself to be allowing of being in the being of with the creations that you're manifesting also. So lots of cool pointers in this video. I love it all, especially those intentions that are just so beautiful and they're so touching. So, you know, like I already said, it's obvious that Ivan knows his stuff and he has his heart in his work and his clients are getting successes. The other thing I wanted to add is that this particular client also asked Ivan to work his magic. And you had said, like, I'm not like a swordsman, like we're not doing witchcraft, so like you can't work any magic, but so it's like the magic is in the intentions and the magic is in the mental diet. So he became empowered through working with you to be his own magician in a way, right? Like, yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all
it occurred to me, like we're all magicians through the thoughts that we're through intention.
Yeah. That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, I just thought of that. It just all clicked when you were talking. So happy to have it.
We all inspire one another. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. We're all inspirations, having our power, valuing our creations, and doing all that good stuff. Well, so you guys, Ivan's new to our team, like I've already said 1,000 times, which also means that Ivan is having a sale. And the link for coaching, like I already said, is in the box below. So you can go ahead, search there for some more details. And we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video, you guys. Have an awesome day. Thank you.